Have you ever wanted to build a natural looking aquarium, but you're broke like me? Today, I'm going to build a full natural aquarium that looks like the Sumatra River, using just what I already have, and anything I can find around the street. I have some cool native fish, such as dats, silver dollar, Sumatra barb, angelfish, yellow flagtail, and a tiny crab. But no money for fancy aquascape stuff. Let's see if I can make it work. This is gonna be fun or totally chaotic. So, this is where I'm going to place my new aquarium. It's a 2-tier rack that I've been using since last year. Because I want to create a natural style aquarium like you saw in the intro, I need to remove the 2 small tanks sitting on the table. Now, let's move this used aquarium onto the table. This tank used to belong to a friend of mine, and it has a volume of 96 liters or about 25 gallons. The decorative items I'm going to use also came from my friend. I didn't spend a single penny on this tank setup. Alright, let's clean up the tank. We need to remove all the leftover dirt, dust, and sand from the bottom so that the final setup will be safe for any living creatures we add. I'm only using a cloth and clean water to wipe away all the gunk. Once the tank is clean, it's time to add the sand base. I'm using beach sand that I bought near my house. Since I want a natural biotop look, I'm trying to replicate what you typically find at the bottom of a river. Oh, and because the sides of the aquarium are already covered with a white background, the best layout for the substrate is to slope it upwards towards the back. That way, it creates a sense of depth when viewed from the front. Next, I added a different type of sand, silica sand number 3. Its texture is larger and coarser, and I chose to use this sand to make the substrate more varied and less plain. I only added it to the back part of the aquarium to make it appear taller in the rear section. Oh, and don't forget to wash the sand before using it. I washed this sand multiple times just to make sure it's safe for my aquarium. I also tried spreading some of the sand toward the front of the aquarium to create a gradient effect from fine to coarse sand. I was experimenting a bit here, and the result turned out quite nice. After adding the sand, let's place the driftwood and arrange the layout. I think designing the wood layout is really fun because I get to use my imagination. I have the freedom to decide how to position each piece of wood. Once you're happy with the wood placement, you can start adding rocks to the sides of the aquarium. The purpose of adding rocks is to make the aquascape more diverse, especially the hardscape part. Don't be afraid to try different rock placements and switch them around, because rocks have a big impact on the overall quality of the hardscape. Once you're done placing the rocks, now we can fill the empty spaces between them to make the layout look more realistic and natural. Use the leftover sand you have to fill in the gaps so there are no visible empty spots. This part is really important if you want to create a nice aquarium effect. Now it's time to fill it with water. When you're at this stage, do you usually wait in front of the aquarium or play on your phone? Finally, we've reached this stage. The aquarium is now filled with water, but it turns out the driftwood is floating. I think it's okay, since the movement of the wood isn't changing much. Now I'm going to place the filter at the back of the aquarium. What do you think? Is my design good enough so far? I'm going to name this aquarium Naiad. Naiad is a water nymph from ancient Greek mythology. This name is perfect for my river-themed aquarium. At this stage, I've prepared a lot of Indian almond leaves to create a black water effect. I actually pick up these dried leaves from the side of the road, but of course, I washed them first before putting them into the aquarium. I also made sure to squeeze the leaves so they release tannins more quickly. Finally, the moment I've been waiting for has arrived. I added the fish I had prepared directly into the aquarium. Aren't these little fish adorable? By the way, how much do these fish cost in your country? Near my house, these fish are actually quite cheap. The most expensive one is the tiger fish, only about $5. This particular tiger fish isn't in the best shape. It was bullied by the other fish before. I hope in this new home it can recover and feel much better. The other fish still seem confused by their new environment. Their reactions are so funny, like people who are lost. They look like they're observing and exploring their new home. I wonder what names would suit them. I've also prepared these small fish to be food for the tiger fish. One of the tiger fish immediately noticed them and switched into hunting mode. Actually, the name of this fish is mosquito fish, which is commonly found in shallow waters. It's really fascinating to see a small predator fish with such strong hunting instincts. This is the final results of the first day. Not too bad, right? I really enjoyed the view of the aquarium when it was just like this. 3 days later, the water has turned super brown. I love looking at it even more because it looks so natural. The leaves have also sunk to the bottom of the aquarium. I also added some new fish that I bought from the ornamental fish market. I added 6 angelfish, 3 Sumatran barbs, and also an animal that I thought was very unique to put in here. Meet the newest resident of my natural theme aquarium, a tiny freshwater crab with a striking reddish hue. I found him at a local aquatic shop, and the moment I saw him, I knew he belonged in this little ecosystem I've built. They say he's from the lush, untouched waters of Papua, and it shows. He spends his time exploring the leaf litter, carefully tasting every bit of biofilm and microlife he can find. Sometimes I catch him hiding under a curled leaf, peeking out shyly. He's clearly not a fan of the spotlight, a little introvert in a world full of movement. But in this calm, earthy setup, he seems right at home. It's like a small piece of wild Papua, living right here with me, and I can't wait to see how he settles in. So, these are the new roommates to my aquarium. First up, the angelfish, elegant, slow-moving, majestic, like the diva of the tank. She swims like she's on a red carpet and looks at everyone like they're not on her level. And then there's the Sumatrans, the barb gang, chaotic energy. They're like the kids who had way too much sugar. One moment they're racing around the tank, the next they're photobombing the angelfish, and let's just say she's not amused. It's only been 10 minutes and there are already drama in the tank. But hey, that's life in Fish Frenzy's house. And this is the final appearance of the Naiad aquarium. Hopefully, Naiad can continue to live and be inhabited by healthy and growing fish. If you like the final result, don't forget to click subscribe and like buttons, because in the next video, I will make another cute aquarium with a seawater theme. I will look for a unique fish so they can live and stay in the Fish Frenzy house. If you have any recommendations for strange fish, please write them in the comments. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.